and welcome to Entertainment Tech News. I'm your host, Amar Santos. Now, these last few episodes have been pretty serious, so today's episode is going to be a little bit more laid back. With me today are my two guests, who happen to be ENT students at City Tech, and they also happen to both be guitarists. My guests today are Nick Mallios and Jacob Babich. How are you guys?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good.
So I can't wait to have this discussion with you guys today. So before we started, I wanted to start off with a segment from Nick's performance while he played Soothsayer by Buckethead. Oh, Nick, that was a great performance.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gotta love Buckethead, man.
Gotta love Buckethead.
So, Nick, we saw a little bit of your performance, and I got questions for both of you. Starting with, what would you say inspires you?
What inspires me is music in general. I love everything about music, how it sounds, how it's orchestrated, what time signature it's in. It's very easy to say that for me that I love music just because of those specific factors, like every single characteristic of what music is. I just love how it sounds and everything about it.
So, Jake, what about you? What would you say inspires you?
Well, obviously, music inspires me, of course, just like Nick said, but I take a lot of inspiration from visual art, like paintings, movies, TV shows. I don't know, maybe because I'm like bad at visual art that I like take a shine to it because I can't do it. But like it just sometimes like I see a good movie or see a really great painting and it just like gives me that that shock that I need to like write something or just to play in general.
Mm-hmm. So since we're talking about inspirations, I would feel that you guys are both inspired by like artists specifically, right?
Totally.
So, Jake, who would you say that your favorite artist is, if you could like narrow it down?
I have so many, but like right now, for the past like couple of years, honestly, is this producer and artist Misogi. He's produced for like big names like Lil Pump, Lil Tracy, not Lil Tracy, I'm sorry, Lil Yachty and AJ Tracy, which is a UK rapper. And he also does his own music, and he's experimented with like the emo genre and just like shoegaze. And right now he's doing a lot of pop music, which I think is really cool. Just like I think it's always so cool when artists kind of like take two genres and just like mesh them together. It's always really interesting to listen to.
Nick, what about you? Do you have a favorite artist?
I don't really have a favorite artist, but one that's really captured me the most is The Cure, because not only because of it's synthwave kind of goth roots, and some albums are pop as well, and some albums are dark and gothy. It's just that they are an inspiration to many bands later on. That close to 70% of the music that we listen to today can be traced back to The Cure in terms of inspiration-wise.
Yeah, definitely. Like coming from a synthwave fan, I gotta say, like The Cure's great.
Yeah, The Cure, that's such a good choice. The Cure is really great. And you're right. A lot of without The Cure, there isn't a lot of bands. And one of my favorite bands growing up is Blink-182, and I know Mark Hoppus, the bassist of Blink-182, is a huge Cure fan, big Robert Smith guy, and it's just, yeah, you're right, totally right. Without The Cure, there isn't a lot of the music we have today. lots of hits. They were pumping out hits.
So I know that you guys both take your time to write music. Would you say that like you guys have a creative process, and would you guys like say that it's changed since COVID happened? What about you, Jake?
Well, I'm definitely a lot more lazier since COVID. I just don't have, a schedule. Like, I mean, I have school right now, but like I'm not going to work right now. Like, and I just don't have like that structured day like I used to. But has it changed a little bit? I I try my best to work as much as I can, and like again, I try to do things that inspire me, like watching movies or watching TV, watching TV, or just keep listening to music, and stuff like that.
What about you, Nick? Do you think quarantine made you crazy or lazy?
The quarantine definitely made me crazy. Yeah. Though when it comes to music and quarantine, what I would really do is just sit on my bed and just play, and whatever I feel sounds good, I can record or not. I just whatever comes in my head, I just play, and that's what my process has been during quarantine.
Yeah, I want to add to that. Like that's so true. Like especially from like guitarist to guitarist, like you got to just sit down and fiddle with it sometimes. You just got to just play it. Like you don't got to like sit down and like write out these crazy like music stuff. You just got to sit down and just like feel it and just love it to like really like get a good sound and write something cool. Like what I like to do is I like to like go into different alternate tunings. So I like get different sounds. Like if you go into open tunings, you might get like something that sounds darker or sounds like more happy. Like it all depends.
So since we're on the topic of guitars, let's talk about your guitars, like your specific guitars. So Nick, let's talk about your guitar. So we have a picture of it here. Can you tell us more about it?
So what it is, it's a Les Paul Studio. In 2011, what happened was there was a hurricane that hit the main factory that makes solid body guitars. So once the waters like hit the paints, it created this swirl effect. So for a while they were doing hand swirled guitars, mixing in paint with water. So mine's a blue swirled guitar, and then I recently got my guitar redone by my friend who's a luthier, with new pickups, new pots, new hardware, and it's been sounding great.
So Jake, we have two guitars of yours too. So could you tell us about this one?
Oh, I love to see that's a Fender Telecaster. It's one of the first electric guitars that Fender made. For a while they were making like lap steel guitars, like the Hawaiian thing, like SpongeBob music, and it's just such a classic. I love it so much. I got it for a great price. It's got a great finish. It's got this midnight wine, like sparkly, glossy finish to it. And it's just a classic.
So we have another guitar here. So can you tell us about this one?
This one's really special to me because this was actually gifted to me from my best friend Tony's mom, Liz. She gave it to me, and once she gave that guitar to me, it was like the guitar. It's the one I always go to. I actually swapped out the stock pickups and put in 65 vintage Stratocaster pickups to it, and it really became a whole different beast after that. And it's so like perfect to me, and like it means a lot because it was gifted to me from a great friend, people who love and care about me. So it's a special guitar for sure.
That's really sweet.
Thank you. You're really sweet.
So I guess that's all the questions I have for you guys today. But before we sign off, I know that we have a performance from you, Jacob. You're going to be performing "Stay Home" by American Football.
Yes, and it applies. Stay home. Yeah, man. What a handsome guy.
I can't think of a better way to end off the show, honestly. That was a great performance.
Really
Thank
good.
It took a while to get it perfectly right the way I want it. Shout out to my girlfriend for helping me out for that. Thank you, Misa. I love you.
So thank you, Nick and Jake, for being with me today. I want to thank you guys both for your 2 great performances. Is there anything you guys wanted to say to the audience before you signed off?
Yeah, I'm gonna be that guy right now and tell you to go vote. You know, we're in weird have stickers up, boys. It's a weird time right now, and it's our duty to do it. And I got the sticker, Nick has got the sticker, Amar's got the sticker. You should have the sticker. So go vote.
It's an important day. Please go out and vote.
Please do, 100%.
So thank you all for watching Entertainment Tech News. Join us next week where Eric is going to be interviewing 2 students who have 2 very special talents. Now, remember to subscribe to us on YouTube and remember to follow us on Twitch. So this is Amar Santos signing off.